Hi everybody! I thought I would go over some of the abundance of what we've been getting. What are we going on? Several months now. So we're kind of trying to get into a rhythm of normal. So we also get a pre-packaged box from the food bank, and it consists of onions, carrots, celery, potatoes. We also get usually a couple of white potatoes and red potatoes in our other bags. But this food bag we get consistently every 2 weeks, and it's a 5-pound bag of potatoes. What is this? 32 pounds of carrots, a stalk of celery, pounds of onions. If you have a family, this is a great staple to have. But if you're like me, what happens is things start looking like this. And I don't like wasting anything. So I thought I'd do just a quick conversation about staples. For those of you who are not participating in any of the food program, these are also really good staples to have for your family on hand during the pandemic when you really don't want to go out as often. The most important thing is to have canned items that will last for a long time. So we've been getting these cans of beans for quite a while, so all of you should have a stock of black beans, organic, and they're always organic black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, and this is something new, garbanzo beans, and I'm going to fix a black-eyed pea salad with that. Basically, having beans on hand, having canned fish or canned meat on hand is a great principle just to have in general, but definitely since we're going through these times, okay? So saying all this because beans are something you should have as a staple. You can fix tacos with them. You can fix a soup with them, which I'll show you how I make my black-eyed peas. You can basically use that with already canned beans. It's so easy to make a bean soup with the can. You can make a salad. I'll be showing you how to make a salad. And of course with the tuna, you can add the tuna in with the beans. You got double protein. And I'm going to show you how I make my black-eyed pea salad, but I'll also show you how you can add tuna to that. I won't be adding tuna, but I'll show you. And so right now I'm going to do the black-eyed pea salad that I've been meaning to do with my tomatoes from my garden that I planted right at the pandemic. I'm a new vegetable farmer, so I'm just now getting my harvest. So I'll be using my cherry tomatoes. Aren't they beautiful, y'all? I just love them. And you had to be there. Well, actually, I have video of me planting the seed way back in March and finally getting from seed. I sang to them and everything. Okay, I'm digressing. Hi, everybody. Okay, today we're going to do black-eyed peas. You know, I'm stuck on this whole Louisiana meets California comfort food, y'all. So I'm making a black-eyed pea and what are these called? Garbanzo bean salad. Okay, so mise en place. This is what we're gonna. I'll tell you who the star of the show. The star of the show is actually not the black-eyed peas. The star of the show are my tomatoes from my garden on my bag. My harvest. I harvested these are a little older last week, and then I just harvested these this morning. So we're going to make a fresh black-eyed pea salad with tomatoes. I should say tomato and black-eyed pea salad. So it's going to be a lot of tomatoes. And then also I have the last of the mint from my garden and a little bit of parsley, even though we have some more over the side. But I'm going to use all of that from my garden, okay? Then the black-eyed peas, you can actually boil them and let them cool down if you want to. I already did ham hocks and black-eyed peas. This is all I've got left, but I want to show you could do it that way. Or if you can find these, every time I find these, grocery outlet usually have this Melissa's, and they have all kinds of beans. But to have black-eyed peas already steamed Oh my God, it just cuts it in half. I find it hard to find canned black-eyed peas, but this works really well. So we're going to use this instead of the dry beans, but no, you can do that. And then it's really simple. The tomatoes, black-eyed peas, sweet pepper for the crunch and the color. The herbs are key to the salad because it's really simple. I mean, I'm going to lightly dress it. But so parsley, oregano, and mint for sure is going to go in. Then I'm going to add dry thyme, dry tarragon, and dry basil leaves. I wish I bought the basil, but basil doesn't last too long for the fresh. And then for a little bit of crunch and heat, a serrano pepper and a jalapeno pepper. I like to crunch the color and the heat. And then, the chimichurri is really just a combination of dried spices with a little lemon oil and garlic. I love this. It's a great dried herb. Then, of course, we got our beans. And then to add a little acid to our salad is the lemon. And maybe I'll put a little lemon zest in there. You know how I like doing that. And then we're going to dress it with simple EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. And I really was looking for champagne vinegar, but we're going to use white wine vinegar. But if you have champagne vinegar, that's actually what I recommend. This is my first time making the salad, but I've had it several times and I've really liked it. And then I'm going to chop up some red onions. They're not as strong. And I'll be chopping up some of the carrots that came in our bag. So I'll be chopping up carrots for crunch and color. We have fennel. I'm going to shave fennel. This is kind of old. I bought it a while back, but I love that kind of licorice flavor, thin crunch. So I'm going to make them really thin and add that in. And then the celery, I have some remaining celery, so it's always good to just use what you have and adds crunch. And really, really good sources of vitamins. I like that. And then, of course, fresh ground pepper. Pepper flakes. A little bit of sea salt, coarse sea salt. And I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to show you right after you finish mixing everything together. You can put flakes of tuna in it. That adds more protein. Or you can add any other meat that you want. I just want it to be a regular bean salad, but with tomatoes. But just know that you can add your mini cans of tuna to this salad and have a complete high protein meal. Alright, is there anything else I'm missing? Is there anything I'm missing? Anything I'm missing? Mise en place. Okay, so now you know what I have to do. I'll just chop up some stuff really quick, and then it's a matter of just mixing everything in a bowl, okay? So let's get to chopping. Alright, we'll be back. Mise en place. Now fennel, for those of you who pass it in the produce department or in your farmer's market, just know this is a very crunchy but very licorice tasting vegetable. So I'm going to shave it really thin. You can also saute with onions. It's delicious and sweet, but I'm going to do it raw for the salad. And then you can, when you cut the tops off, this is really good for pickling if you're into pickling. I'm going to start getting into that once I grow my cucumbers. I didn't do well this year, but and then, or you just pop it in the freezer, which I will do, and you use it for stock. Oh, it adds so much flavor to your vegetable stock, any stock that you make, okay? A little tip. So I'm going to just cut that top off like that. Put that on the side, put it in the freezer. Using a Madeline slicer. Now, I have an old-fashioned one, and this is new. So this one has a little gauge. It has a little protector for your fingers. These are really... there we go. I want to feel it. There we go. Isn't this fun, though? I think it's fun. playing in the kitchen with my new little tool that I got from Grocery Outlet for like $2.99, but it's cute, right? Okay, put that in our bowl, mise en place. Okay, there's the fennel. Okay, so now the star of the show, I'm going to slice the tomatoes. I think I'm going to slice them in half. So, I'm going to make these packages so hard to get into. Let's see how much sodium. I always like to check. 160 per serving, that's pretty good. But if you make them yourself, of course, you can control that. Okay, let's drain and rinse the beans. And I'm going to rinse these. I'm going to just put them directly in. And hopefully they won't have, no, they have hardly any liquid. I really like these. Now let's put in the garbanzo beans. Okay. And then that looks good already, right? See, there I am using my hands, and I have these spoons there. I told myself I'd use spoons, but whatever. Put this one. Let's put a little bit of the sweet pepper, a little bit of the fennel, celery, carrots, just a little pinch of the peppers. You need to taste that, I think. Okay, what else? I think we'll add the herbs and the lemon last. Okay, so now comes the tomatoes. The tomatoes. Oh, I want to be delicate. Because they're delicate. Oh. Is this salad everything in a bag of chips or what? Or what? What? Do both line in time. This is where you can add more protein. If you want to have, actually you can use a little more pepper because I didn't taste any. So let's put the whole thing in. Oh, I hadn't put the pepper flakes in. Let's just do a few. Okay. Over sea salt. Fresh black pepper. I think what I'm going to suggest is you store it just like this. Add a little bit of olive oil. But I'm actually going to add the vinegar when I plate it because I don't want this to get wilted. So there it is. Parsley from my garden. Mint from my garden. Tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes. Actually pulled tomatoes from my garden container right here in the Fillmore, y'all. If I can do it, you can do it. Look at that. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. And so good for you and so fresh. So now I am going to plate it. So I simply took little gems, romaine little gems. You can hear me go. Oh my goodness. Oh. So good. Take a little parsley. That's it. Let's dress the lettuce with a little olive oil. And we'll do all of it with a little white wine vinegar. Maybe a little more oil again. Finish it with a little bit of salt. Fresh pepper. About that light. That's good. Fennel, tomato, spices, onions. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. No, you're not gonna believe how good this is. It's so fresh. Ooh, and I got a little heat. It's perfect. This is so fresh and so good. It's so nutritious. Oh my goodness, it's like eating a garden and then having the creaminess of the black-eyed peas. But look at what, and we have enough. This literally, if you have a side or you add tuna to this, or chunks of shrimp or any kind of meat, this is a full meal. And your family will love it. It's so fresh. All right, bye, bye. Black-eyed pea, well, no, garden tomatoes and black-eyed pea salad. Who would have thought the salad could be so good?